Hello again and welcome back to another one. And today we have a couple of topics to cover. One from Shaq's podcast where they talked about LeBron's chase to become the all-time top-scoring leader in NBA history. And there was an Eminem and Jay-Z comparison in the podcast that stirred some discussion on social media. More on this in a bit. Today we also have more on MGK that shows the former rapper is still haunted by Killshot. He can't catch a break even in 2023. It's wild. But before we dive in, we have some updates on the stories we covered recently. For instance, 50 Cent has reacted to the massive RIAA updates a few hours ago. He took to social media to add, "Eyes emoji, can you imagine if I kept all my hits for myself, facepalm and raised eyebrow emojis?" And to this user responds, "I say to this day, if 50 never gave Game those hits and took 5 records off Get Rich or Die Trying soundtrack, The Massacre would have been top 5 hip-hop album. And do you agree? The Massacre would have went Diamond too? Looking forward to your next album." We also have an update on the Super Bowl drama involving Stephen A. Smith when he brought Beyonce into the conversation about Rihanna's performance. And although he apologized, he's getting dragged by comedians already. From The Daily Show, this happened.
Dude, no! Why would you do this to yourself? You know what, Stephen A. Smith? You need to act like your hairline and back the off. Now, the good news is that he did apologize. The bad news is his apology. You calling her sweetie like you know her. She don't know you, but you know who she does know? Beyonce!
And Stephen A. Smith went on a rant shortly after, as he believes people are taking it too far when it's just his opinion.
So based on Leslie Jones, no, Molly, now I can't compliment a black female comedian now, right? If I sit up there and say I like Leslie Jones better than somebody else, it's a problem? I mean, that is making news. What is wrong with America? That is making news. That I have a favorite artist. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. But you know something? I apologize to Rihanna because this nonsense was not my intent. It was all done in fun. Me debating with Sherry Shepherd for fun, just having laughs. That's all. Rihanna's phenomenal. She's fantastic.
Still, some concluded it was an unnecessary, unprovoked comparison. Now, hush. And speaking on unnecessary and unprovoked comparisons, on the big podcast with Shaq, when they were discussing LeBron's chase to become the all-time scoring leader in the NBA, the discussion got to top 5s, and the guest on the show, former NBA player Jamal Crawford, believes it's not all about the numbers but impact, and brought up Eminem and Jay-Z to expand on his point.
That's why my 5, the dominance outweighs the number.
Nope.
Yeah, you can't change the game and say, "Oh, this guy's more points than me, he's better." No, that's just beyond that.
Agreed.
Like Jay-Z's effect
Agreed.
on hip hop is bigger than any album sales that Eminem will have. You see what I'm saying? That's just how it goes.
That's a good point. But me personally, if I ain't number 1 or 2, you don't have to mention my name. You're not gonna hurt my feelings.
And this has sparked some interesting conversations on Twitter on the reports of this. The user expands, "Shaq didn't necessarily co-sign, he said that's a good point. He was saying nope the whole time." JC also contradicted himself by saying, quote, "The dominance outweighs the number that led to that statement. He has to know that Mr. Nose is nowhere near as dominant." I presume the user is referring to Jay-Z as Mr. Nose, and another user expanded, "Disagree. He's comparing 2 different things, effect and sales. Sales, Eminem is the highest selling rap artist of all time. Jay's probably not even close. Effect, Jay's impact is mostly US based. M had a bigger impact worldwide and bigger impact US based. Ask any rapper from their time. Hip-hop has been global for decades, but some people have been stuck in the New York era. That's how I see it. Because on a global stage, 50 Cent's peak is much higher than Jay's, but some have concluded, well, there's a reason out of all the artists, he chose M to compare to Hove. That means even subconsciously, he thinks that they are on the same level impact-wise. That's why I never take opinions like these seriously. But why do they never use Nas, Park, Andre? Always Marshall. When it's time to measure rappers, they call for the yardstick Eminem. It is true, and this discussion reminds me of the viral clip that stirred debates a while back when a TikToker broke down how even in the United States, Jay-Z was never the hottest rapper in a calendar year. I'll drop a link in the description to the video if you missed it. The user brought up some interesting points. Moving on, it's been years since Eminem dropped Killshot, and even in 2023, it still, quote, haunts MGK. And I believe he's getting set up at this point to get dragged by rap fans. When popular rap page on IG shared this, MGK shares a few images. Y'all rocking with it? And check this out, it looks like a setup since you know this is a rap page posting about MGK in 2023, and the reactions so far have been vicious. The user expands, post Eminem this effect due to the drastic change in style after Killshot, and I have no idea the style in question, but it got over 20,000 likes. Eminem made this man switch to Jeffree Star. The roasting session continued. Bro fell off so hard after Killshot, laughing emojis, but personally I think he found himself after Killshot after decades of posing in the hip-hop genre. The change in style was so abrupt that's the only way to make sense of it. But while I think he found himself, on the other hand, some believe Eminem really broke this man. But back on topic, are y'all rocking with it? Enough jokes for today. Share your thoughts below. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoy content like this, and see you on the next one.